Hello, good to be with you. At this time we can often, many of us are feeling like we're not sure what's happening with our jobs or what's happening with our source of income, and it can be a massive worry for some. We need to be reminded sometimes of, there's an old term that says, it goes like this: God's providence. God is our provider, God is our unfailing source. And it's not until you're put into a situation where you have to trust that you actually learn it and you feel it for yourself. I did a study a little while ago, and it was from the Word for Today, and it's about Elijah. And Elijah, you may remember in his stories, in his story in 1 Kings 17, that God sends him to Ahab and tells him that there's going to be a drought, and he sends him off to the Kerith ravine and feeds him by the brook from the ravens, and he can drink from the brook. And then it comes a time in 1 Kings 17:7 where the brook dried up. So up to that time, God was providing for him. God was his only provider. The psalmist writes, "Joyful are those whose hope is in the Lord their God." Psalm 146, verse 5. F.B. Mayer said, "The education of our faith is incomplete till we learn that God's providence works through loss." There's a ministry to us through the failure and the fading of things. The dwindling brook where Elijah sat is a picture of our lives. Sometime later, the brook dried up. So we must learn the importance, or must learn the difference between the gift and trusting in that, or trusting in the giver. The gift may last for a season, but the giver himself is eternal. If the Lord had led Elijah directly to the widow at Zarephath, he'd have missed something that had made him a better man: living by faith. Whenever our earthly resources dry up, it's so we may learn that our hope and our health are in God. As a Bible believer, here are 3 words that should not be in our vocabulary: luck, coincidence, and fate. Replace them instead with the word providence, which means to see in advance and to provide for. That's exactly what God does. He knows in advance what you need, and he provides for it in advance. The Westminster Confession of Faith, written in the 17th century, states, "God, the great creator of all things, doth uphold, direct, dispose, and govern all creatures, actions and things, from the greatest even to the least, by his most wise and holy providence." That means God is in charge, not us. Have a great day.